was able to rope her and then take her out and chain her up. So today I was gonna try to catch Pearl, but I cannot catch her. She is too fast, she's too sneaky, she's too wild. So I really wanna move the goat fence. They've been in here for 3 days now, and it is time to move it. They cleared it all out. I mean, there's not really much of anything left. So I would like to move this fence back there where there's a lot of green, but I can't move it with her in here. So I gotta catch her so I can move the fence, and then once this fence is moved, I'm gonna cut down all the stuff that they did not eat, because this is going to be turned into pasture. It's gonna be fenced in for the cows or goats or whatever we have. So I just want to keep moving the goats around. I do tie them out during the day, but I mean, when they're not tied out, they eat what's in their pen. So I'd like to move it, but I can't move it with her in here. So after catching the brown one yesterday, we chained her up, and then we put her back in here. We left a dog leash on her halter, so we were able to just step on it today to catch her. So that's what I was gonna do to Pearl too, but I have to catch her first to be able to put a dog leash on her so that we can catch her again tomorrow or the next time. But I wish I would have done that when I first put them in here, when we first got them, but I did not know it was gonna be so hard to catch them. But if I could go back in time, I would have definitely done that. And I hate running her like this because she is pregnant. She's gonna have babies. And then there's Dove, which loves everybody and everybody loves her. So today is actually the first day I'm gonna let Dove just roam the yard. Now that Earl is used to her, I don't think we should have any problems, and she's not gonna go anywhere. She's gonna stay in the yard and stay with the other goats. She was over here eating with Jewel earlier. You're ridiculous, Pearl. You're only hurting yourself. You don't have anything yummy in here to eat anymore. And I can't move your fence when you're in it. Stupid goat. I absolutely hate having wild animals. It drives me crazy. I'm glad that I was able to catch Jewel yesterday. I think I'm gonna be able to tame her up. She seems like she's coming around. I had to drag her out of the fence yesterday, and today she pretty much just walked out for me. So I don't like that she's so bonded to Pearl, because whatever Pearl does, she wants to mimic. But I think I can get her to come around. But it's just catching Pearl. I'm gonna try later tonight when my husband comes home, because then there'll be more people doing it. So that is what I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna see if we can catch her tonight, so I can put something on her to tie her out tomorrow. Because tonight I'm not moving the fence. If it takes forever, I need to have a place to put the goats nighttime. And I did not put Max in with them yet, because, you know, them still settling in stuff and being so skittish. But tonight, I would like to put Max in with them. The last couple nights, the dogs have been barking like crazy, looking behind the goats in the woods. So I'm really afraid that one of these nights, a coyote's gonna jump in with them. So I definitely need to put Max in with the goats. So we will see how that goes too. So I will see you tonight. I'm back. It is not the evening yet. It is, we just ate breakfast. And I remembered that I have to make another rabbit pen today, because I bought another rabbit last night and I don't have a pen for her. She's currently hopping around in my bathroom. So I gotta make her a pen today. I told my husband a couple weeks ago that I wanted to make more rabbit pens because I wanted to get more does, and I wanted to get 1x3s at Lowe's. So instead he got me these skids, which I did make my other rabbit pens out of skids. But it is seriously a pain in the butt taking skids apart. So I am not looking forward to this at all. Usually me and my husband do it together, but he's not here, so I have to do it myself. So I really don't want to do this, but if I want to make another rabbit pen, I have to do it. So I'm gonna get started. And with moving and everything, I don't even know where a hammer is or a crowbar. It could still be in our other shed. at our other house. So I don't know. We'll see what I can find. We'll see what I can do. But hopefully it doesn't take me too long. I don't want to waste all of my time today trying to rip skids apart.
1 hour later.
Well, it took me a little bit, but I was able to find a little pry bar and a hammer. So now I'm gonna try to take these skids apart. I really hope it doesn't take too long and it's not too hard. Took me 20 minutes and I was able to get one skid apart. So that's really not bad. These are not like, well, at least that skid was not like a normal skid, because normally it is like impossible to take skids apart. Usually me and my husband use a Sawzall to cut through the nails to get them apart. But that one I was just able to pop apart, which is really nice. I'm glad that it didn't take me forever. Now I'm gonna go over to my rabbit pens that I already made, my rabbit tractors, and just refresh my memory of how I made them to see if I need to take apart another skid. I probably do. That's not gonna be enough. I'm probably gonna have to take apart at least one more. So this is the first one we ever made. Oh, look at the babies. This is the first tractor we ever made. And then I made these ones. So yeah, I definitely need to take apart at least one more skid, because I have 3 2x4s over there. So I'm gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5th one for these ends. So I'm gonna need 5 2x4s, and that's just for the base. I'm gonna need at least 5 just for the base, probably 6. And then I have to do the roof. So yeah, I need to take apart another skid. Hopefully I can find another skid that is as easy to take apart as the last one was, so it doesn't take me forever. Plus I still have to take all the nails out of all those little boards. The nails are still in there. I gotta rip them all out. Well, it took me a little over an hour, no, an hour and a half, and right there is 3 skids taken apart. The hardest part, well, it's not hard, it's just time consuming, was taking all them stupid nails out, banging them all out. So I'm glad that's done. Now I gotta find my wire and I can start putting it together.
2,000 years later.
So I went in the house, man, it's bright out here. I went in the house and looked for a tape measure. Could not find one anywhere. So I got my screw and I got some boards and I'm gonna measure my other rabbit pens, so I know how big to make my new one. So this board is about the exact same length as my old rabbit pen, so I'm just gonna make it that long. And then for height, just gonna sit this on the ground. I'm pretty much just gonna chop it in half, because it looks like if I cut it in half, that'll pretty much be perfect. And then I can use this board for 2 separate pieces. And then I only need 2 boards, one for the front, one for the back. And then I'm hoping that the length is pretty much just cut in half too. So I know I need, 1, 2, 3, 4 of these boards cut directly in half. And then I need 4 of those boards right there, that exact length. Which I know I have 3 of them. I don't have 4, but I have another board I think will work. Well then no, I need another board for here. Okay. It's been 3 years since I made one of these pens, so it's just getting it all back together, figuring out what I did last time. Kind of forget what you do when it's been so many years. So I just figured out with the wood I have, I need to take another skid apart. I already started stacking some there. I didn't want to use the real good skids because I like using them for buildings. I don't have to rip them apart. I can just screw them all together. It makes a nice pen. And I don't want to use this one because it's got tons of nails in it. And most of these boards are like split. And I can tell when I try to rip it apart, it's just gonna break because it's got all these stupid nails in it. Plus, I need 2x4s and there's only one that's any good. All the rest are broken up. So that means I gotta try to find a skid over here, which is pretty much that bottom one would be the best one. It's real long. I gotta dig it out, I gotta tear it apart. If your wife asks you to go to Lowe's and get her wood, just do it. Don't bring home skids and expect to tear them apart, because when my husband comes home, he's just kind of have an earful of how much I hate these skids and how I wish he would have just got me wood. Okay, I moved all the other skids off, and thankfully this one on the bottom has a lot of, what do they look like, 1x4s? They don't look like 2x4s. So I will definitely be using these if I can pry them off and they don't kill me trying to get it apart. So I tore some boards off that last skid, and now I need to cut my boards. And since I need to cut these in half, directly in half, and I don't have a tape measure, I have a plan for that. I have another one, so I am going to sit it on top of here and line up these little lines just like that and hope. Did you just spill a box of screws? Well, I'm going to hope that these are cut out exactly that this will line up in the middle. And I'm just going to take my screw and I'm going to draw a line and I'm going to cut it in half. But first I have something to deal with. Okay, I got the most of the boards cut for the frame, so now I just got to put it together.
Eventually.
Okay, I got my framing done. It's a little bit bigger than our other ones, which is good though, because I feel like the other ones, they could be bigger space in here for when they have big litters of babies. So I like that it's a little bigger. It's not exactly straight. I don't know if you can tell, it's wider down here than it is up there, but I did not have a tape measure. So this is the best I could do without a tape measure. So now I have to build a floor here, and then I got to build in these back walls, and then build in half of this so that the bunny can go in there and get out of the wind and out of storms and out of rain and stuff. Which, I mean, it has a roof, so it will be able to be out of rain, but it can get in the shade if it's like a lot of sun and the roof isn't giving it shade. It'll have shade in there. And to do that, I am going to use these skinny boards. I'm going to use these. I don't know if I'll have enough. I really hope I do, because if I don't have enough, that means I got to take apart more skids. I really do not want to take apart more skids. I'm really hoping I get this done today. Usually I paint it before I put the wire on, so we'll see how much I get done. I might have to do chores and then come back to this and hope I get it done, but we will see. So I came in and I used my saw and I made my first cut for the floor, so it fits nice and snug in there, just like that. And then I'm gonna just do one piece at a time and go the whole way across till I get to the end, and then I will come over and then I will do the outside, and it'll close in that hole, that gap there, and it'll just be all nice and cozy for them. So I'll come back when I'm done. I don't have my tripod, and all the kids are running around like crazy, so I can't make one of them stand here and record me. So I will show you the end result of this closed-in box. There it is. Isn't it beautiful? There you go. Nice little floor. Got a little gapping for so it doesn't get too hot in there. So there we go. Now all I gotta do is put the wire on it around the outside, put wire on the bottom, and make a roof. Am I gonna get it done today? Probably not. probably not. I'm about ready to just be done for the day. So I might just finish it tomorrow, but then tomorrow, if I wait till tomorrow, I'm gonna be like upset with myself that I didn't finish it today. So I might as well just finish it today. So I guess I'm gonna try to finish it today. Hello everybody. Did I get the pen done that first day? No, I did not. It is now 2 days later. I did get it done last night, but it was like dark and raining. The reason I didn't get it done the first night was because I ran out of wire. So I had to finish it yesterday. But I am so happy with how it turned out. Here it is. I was very bummed because I painted it and I had just enough paint to finish it. And then when I went to put the wire on, I realized I forgot this piece right here. I needed this piece right here to attach the wire to. So this piece is not painted and it's like that on the other side. Plus this is where the wire ran out right here. So I had to put these pieces here to attach the wire to put the new piece of wire. And thankfully, the previous owners left a whole bunch of siding under the porch. So I was able to use that for a roof. And here is our new addition, Coco. I love how it turned out. I love that it's bigger than the other pens. You can't really tell on the camera too much, but it is a lot bigger. Our other pens have the slats of wood on the bottom, but it didn't take very long before they started digging out the rabbits. So we ended up putting chicken wire underneath of the slats of wood. So I just skipped that step altogether, the wood slats, and just went for the chicken wire on the bottom because it'll be easier for her to eat grass that way. Eeyore is actually the only one that does not have wire on the bottom of his pen because he doesn't dig. But I love how it turned out. And even though it was such a pain in the butt, taking the skids apart, I love that this was free. But I love that it was free. All I had to pay for was the wire and the screws and the hardware. But yeah, it was all free. Free wood, free paint, because it was what I had laying around, free roof. And I like the siding roofs better than I do the tin roofs. But yeah, the tin roofs, they just get so beat up and then they get holes in them and stuff. So I definitely like this, and it's lighter and easier to use. So the next pens that I make, I will definitely be using the siding for the roof again. I love our bunny tractors. Just pulling them in the grass. The rabbits can eat the grass as they go. I've never had any trouble with them. Yeah, so I really like this. When I was a kid, we had our rabbits in pens and you'd have to clean them out all the time and scoop all the poop out. And I like this because you don't have to do that. They don't stink. And I'm so happy that Bunny is not in my bathroom anymore because she was in my bathroom while I was making this pen. And as much as I love bunnies, I do not like them in the house. So I'm glad she's outside. I'm glad it's done. Now I need to make another one because I want to get more bunnies. So see you later.